So, we're diving into a pretty heavy chapter of history today, the Nazi conquest of Europe and how persecution expanded alongside it.
Yeah, 1940 really marked a turning point. I mean, the Blitzkrieg strategy alone, just a game changer. France fell in weeks.
Crazy, right? The French had built the Maginot Line thinking it'd stop the Germans, but they just went around it, like water flowing past a rock.
And then came Vichy France. It's chilling to think part of France was technically free, but really it was under Nazi thumb.
Meanwhile, Britain held the line. Churchill's speeches, the RAF holding off the Luftwaffe, that was defiance with teeth.
Total underdog energy. But even as that happened, Nazi control just kept expanding. Alliances with Italy, Hungary, Romania. It was like they were casting a net.
And that net tightened hard on anyone they labeled undesirable. Jews, Romani, the disabled. Persecution wasn't just ideological, it was systematic.
Ghettos were one of the earliest steps, right? Warsaw's ghetto housed over 400,000 people by 41. Imagine the conditions.
No need to imagine, just the stats are horrifying. No food, no sanitation, constant surveillance. And it was all a prelude.
A prelude to the final solution, the death camps. Wannsee Conference in 42. That's when mass murder became bureaucratic policy.
It's haunting. Auschwitz, Treblinka, Sobibor, they weren't just camps. They were industrialized death machines.
And yet, there was resistance. French resistance. Partisans in the East. The Warsaw Ghetto Uprising in 43. That was gutsy beyond belief.
Yeah, outnumbered, outgunned. But they fought anyway. Even though it was crushed, it sent a message. Resistance is possible.
But man, the Nazis hit back hard. Gestapo hunted anyone who even looked like they might resist.
Torture, executions, total fear culture. It's what happens when absolute power goes unchecked.
And the world took a while to react. The U.S. stayed neutral until Pearl Harbor, and most reports about the Holocaust were ignored or disbelieved.
It's wild. You'd think mass murder on that scale would spark action, but it didn't. Not fast enough.
By the time camps were liberated, the damage was beyond comprehension. Millions gone. Not soldiers, civilians.
And it all started with Conquest, a fast war, a quiet occupation, and then systematic, relentless genocide.
Which is why remembering this isn't optional. It's essential. Because these patterns, they don't stay buried in history books.
Totally. So here's a question for everyone listening. What do we do when we see power used to divide and dehumanize?
Yeah, let that one simmer. Because silence, history shows us, is never neutral.